The most dangerous way to live is living in comfort. Our world celebrates comfort and predictability, but life is simply not like that. Men who live in comfort blindly think life is constant and no great change can happen, but experience teaches us otherwise. Human life is characterized by changes. The Bible tells us there's time for everything, for rejoicing and mourning, for laughing and crying, time to be born and time to die. This passage tells us not just to expect changes, but more importantly, to prepare for these changes. As godly men, recognizing and preparing for life's inevitable changes isn't just wise, it's a directive straight from Scripture. This video will discuss the top 3 ways to prepare and cope with the changes in life. Number 1. Expect change. Ever noticed how life loves to throw curveballs? Just when you think you've got everything figured out, then comes a change that mixes things up. The Bible puts it beautifully in Ecclesiastes, saying there's a time for everything under the sun. It's like life's friendly reminder that change is part of the game. So why bother expecting change? Well, think of it this way. If you know a curveball is coming, you're in a better position to hit it out of the park. Expecting change is about keeping your feet firmly planted so that when life decides to shake things up, you're not thrown off balance. It's like being ready for all seasons. You wouldn't wear shorts in winter, right? Similarly, expecting life to change prepares you mentally and spiritually for whatever weather life throws your way. Whether it's sunny days or stormy nights, you know you can handle it because you've got faith on your side, starting your day with the mindset that anything can happen. But no matter what, you've got this because, well, God's got you. This isn't about worrying over every little thing that could go wrong, but about waking up and saying, "Bring it on, life. I'm ready for you." And here's the cool part. When you live expecting change, you start to see challenges as chances to grow. It's like going to the gym for your faith. Every unexpected turn is an opportunity to flex those trust in God muscles. You learn to lean not on your own understanding, but on His. And that's when you truly start living. Number 2, have a plan. Expecting change is just the kickoff. Preparing for those changes is where the real game begins. It's one thing to know the curveball is coming, it's another to know how to hit it. And with that readiness to face life's changes, we realize something important. Anticipation is just the first step. Now we need to gear up and plan our next move. Ever tried going on a road trip without a map? Sure, it sounds like an adventure until you find yourself lost in the middle of nowhere. Life is a lot like that road trip. Having a plan isn't about restricting your freedom, it's about guiding you through life's uncertainties so you can enjoy the journey without getting lost. Proverbs is like the ultimate guidebook, especially when it talks about wisdom, understanding, and planning. Think of it this way. If wisdom was a tool, then a plan is the blueprint. You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint, so why live your life without a plan? Here's the kicker. Making a plan doesn't mean you're telling God what to do. It's quite the opposite. It's about listening closely, understanding His will for your life, and then mapping your path accordingly. Imagine sitting down with a map, praying, and asking God, "What's the plan?" Then, with a bit of divine GPS, you start plotting your course. So, how do you start? First, get clear on your values. What really matters to you? Is it family, faith, serving others? Your plan should reflect what's in your heart. Next, set some goals. These aren't just any goals, but ones that align with those values you just pinned down. Want to be more involved in your community? Write that down. Looking to grow spiritually? Add that to your list. Now, break those goals down into steps. These steps are like the turn-by-turn directions that guide you toward your destination. Remember, every big goal starts with small steps, and keep praying about each step, asking God to light the way. Don't forget to be flexible. Sometimes God's plans might take you on a detour, and that's okay. Those detours often lead to the most scenic routes. A plan grounded in prayer is like a compass that always points you back to God, even when you take an unexpected turn. Finally, share your plan with someone you trust. A friend, a mentor, someone who can keep you accountable and encourage you when the going gets tough. It's like having a co-pilot on that road trip of life. Remember, a good plan isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about the journey, the lessons learned, and the people you meet along the way. And when you align your plan with God's will, you're not just navigating through storms, you're walking on water, stepping out in faith towards the path He's set for you. With a plan in hand and God at your side, you're nearly equipped to face any change head on. Yet, there's one more essential piece. Number 3, hold on to God. In the roller coaster ride of life, where change is the only constant, there's one safety harness that never fails: holding on to God. Imagine you're navigating through the wildest, most unpredictable turns. It's exhilarating, terrifying, and utterly disorienting. Now imagine you have a constant, unchanging hand to hold on to. That's what it feels like to keep God at the center of your life. Take Joshua, for instance. Here was a guy stepping into some pretty big sandals, following Moses as the leader of the Israelites. Talk about pressure. Yet, in the face of immense change and daunting challenges, God's message to him was clear: be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. God wasn't just offering Joshua a pep talk. He was offering His constant presence as the ultimate anchor. Holding on to God means acknowledging that, despite the chaos of our surroundings, there's a steadiness in His presence. It's understanding that our faith isn't based on the shifting sands of circumstance, but on the solid rock of His character. It's the assurance that, come what may, we have a grip on something, or rather, someone, unshakable. This journey through understanding and embracing change isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving in God's grace. Armed with expectation, preparation, and divine companionship, you're more than ready to face whatever comes next with confidence and faith. By the way, don't forget to show some love by subscribing to Men with Chest and liking this video. Until next time, God bless.